Brooklyn, July 1964. Rioters in the Black Ghetto run amok, trashing stores and setting fires, clashing with police.
This marks the third straight night of rioting since an off-duty cop shot 12-year-old Andrew Jenkins.
All right, will you let me talk?
You ain't said anything except we gotta do something. My Mary's not going to that colored school.
Look, St. Agnes said they'll take more kids this year.
Junanda, who has money for parochial school? My friend's been out of work for 3 months.
But we already pay for public schools with our taxes.
Hey, everyone, Deb Dent's got some good ideas.
No, she doesn't.
You all remember, she used to be Deb Caputo, and she went to Blessed Virgin before she married a Jew.
Shut up, Franny.
Deb's a real politician. She works for Barry Goldwater, and she's got a sensitive son.
He's not friggin' sensitive. God, I'll get you for this, Franny D'Amato. Hi, everyone. I really don't have any ideas.
How about breaking some nappy heads?
Jesus Christ, Nancy, what's wrong with you? That's the shit they pull down south. Come on! Come on! I get your anger because I'm pissed too. But this isn't about hair or skin. It's about our children's education. That needs a strong community. Okay, our teachers know our kids. We know the teachers. You don't get that spending hours on buses to neighborhoods where they don't want you. You always do better with your own kind. It's the same for the Negroes. If the city wants to give more money to colored schools, that's great. They should have the best education too, but not at the expense of our kids.
I told you she was brilliant.
And that's all I got.
Who wants Deb to replace Fat Peter Esposito as chairman?
Hey, come on.
No, Franny, no. No.
It's a lot lighter than 25 grand. Just the sulky kidnapping business is slow.
I'm not charging you vig. Neither am I asking you for anything.
Yeah, other than being the only Italian concession at the new arena.
And a favor, should a friend ask.
Depends on the favor, Sal.
What do you think your new country club friends would want?
More than I can afford. That's why I'm here. At least with you, I don't need a shower after.
Yeah, well, come closer. I'm on my 10th pie of the day.
You'll get the money back, Sal. And then some.
We'll see. And if not, I won't adjust your brakes.
That was an accident. No matter what you heard.
I hear a lot, Marty Dent. Some I believe, some I don't. You? Still not sure. But you're worth keeping in the game.
Thanks, I think. Who broke your window?
Misunderstanding. Happens among friends sometimes.
No!
Just a couple races.
Forget it. The 10 grand you got from Sal goes into the bank. You got a special business account, right?
Not yet.
How's that possible? Don't you got a lawyer?
I'm interviewing people. I need the right chemistry.
Give me the money.
Hell no.
Give it.
2 races. Look, I swear on Aaron's life.
The kid's dead a million times from all the swearing you've done. What if you lose?
I feel lucky.
I heard that shit too.
And it's Hell's Bells, followed by Gracie Girl, Little Abner!
Fuck me sideways, 7-1! But just the next race, and that's it. We're gone.
Apologies, Mrs. Bass. You'd think it was the middle of the school year.
Yes, we're all busy, Superintendent Levine.
And you're doing a splendid job in Principal Donahue's absence. That's why I was surprised to hear about last week's incident.
What incident?
The meeting in your cafeteria about the busing integration plans, Mrs. Bass.
You mean the monthly Parent-Teacher Association?
For the parents whose children will not be attending Prospect Heights High School.
Their children will be attending James Madison.
Precisely. That's not your school district, Mrs. Bass. That's the province of District 22. If they have questions, that's where they should go.
Their kids are being bused, not them. I'm sorry, sir, but how is saving parents 15 cents on subway fare, maybe missing work, considered improper?
There were two accounts that you used language not quite befitting of an educator.
I know very well how to acquit myself as an educator, sir.
Of course you do. But phrases like risks of violence, unwanted guests are inflammatory.
I know these folks. Many of them live in my neighborhood. Some go to my husband's church. They need to know what they're getting into.
By agitating?
By preparing them. The local white communities are mobilizing, and it isn't pretty.
Precisely. Local communities, not teachers. Passions will rise in the coming months, and we mustn't take sides. Mrs. Bass, as our first Negro assistant principal, you need to be more impartial. May I be honest? You'll be dealing with different kinds of students now. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to broaden their horizons. Potentially wonderful opportunity for your career. Prognosis on Principal Donahue is not good.
And then you said,
Nothing.
God gave you a brain and a tongue.
He's the assistant superintendent, Evelyn. I have to be polite.
Uh-huh.
Then what should I have said?
If I have to tell you, it doesn't count.
I guess this is the day for folks to be disappointed in me.
Sure looks that way, along with a healthy dose of self-pity.
I have my reason. My own staff snitched on me, Evelyn.
Because they're not afraid of you. We were all terrified of Principal Donahue. Even I pretended. And no one would have dared report that man.
Do you know who went behind my back?
Of course I do. You want me to tell you that too?
Cancel lunch period. We're unwrapping those new desks for our kids today. Damned if I'm waiting for September.
Ooh, it's about time. I'll start passing out them scissors now.
Can I help you?
I'm Julian Bass.
I know. Second Negro ever to play for the New York Knicks. You weren't as good as Sweetwater Clifton, but you could pass. So, what brings you here, Reverend? The basketball course in the Hershock Hotel.
I wanted to meet you.
Why?
Respect.
Well, here I am in all my glory. Sorry you had to put on your reverend clothes for that.
I didn't wear these fine clothes to impress you, Mr. Harrison. I wore them for protection, given what's happening up here.
Yeah, that's working out real well for us in Mississippi. Sorry, the damn pain gets to me sometimes. Marty said we're getting all-stars.
Marty was a little optimistic, as usual. All the NBA players backed out.
It's gonna be a mighty quiet night.
We'll have teams, don't worry.
That's what you came to tell me?
No. I'm delivering a sermon before the game.
Well, you have the right wardrobe.
It's more like a speech, a political speech. I won't pull any punches. I want to make sure you're comfortable with that.
Why?
Why? Because the game's for you.
Does Jesus approve your sermons? His name's also on your door.
He always knows what I'm saying.
Then clear this with him. I can't bless anything.
I don't want your blessings.
Then what the hell do you want, son?
Approval to use you for my agenda. Use is the operative word. Exploit's another one.
Took you long enough to spit that out. Use away. I don't care.
You should.
Really now? When in Samuel is anything about what it's supposed to be? One of my old Jesuit professors always said that for the ends to be worthy of man, the means must be worthy of man. What crap? Humans aren't capable of those standards.
I have trouble with that level of cynicism.
Says a man about to become a rising star in Red's Broken Bones.
Then say the word. Go ahead. I don't have to do this.
Like hell you don't. Take the shot, Reverend. Take the goddamn shot. Just make it.
Aren't we Little Miss Sunshine today?
Thank you. I have my moments. I had lunch with Punch Salzburger last week. He loves the idea of my running for mayor.
Your idea.
Yeah, nothing official yet. He'd have to be careful. The New York Times endorsing one of their own. But Punch thinks that this thing could sail.
You'll have to invite me to the inauguration.
What's with the crack?
It was my idea, Father.
Don't father me. That's what I should tell the publisher of the Times, that my daughter and Spanish driver think I should become New York's first Jewish mayor. This is why I can never stay in a good mood.
I'm sorry.
Fine.
I said I'm sorry. So, what are the next steps?
I'm meeting with the boys tonight.
The boys, of course.
Now you're pissed because I didn't invite you.
Oh, certainly not, Daddy. Juan and I can have our own strategy session. What's this? Lori's not that crazy.
It's a little extra.
It's a lot extra.
Must you be suspicious of everything I do?
Yes.
In case you're short, you don't have to come to me. I know you find my help humiliating.
Why would I be short? Did something happen with Larry?
No, he's a prince. But I think it's time for him to move on. I'm stunting his professional growth.
Since when do you care?
See what I mean? Larry should focus on his designing.
You called his sketches crap.
Maybe I was hasty. They aren't that bad. You sure he's not a fagula?
His erections are very firm.
Did I need to hear that?
Yes.
He's sloppy and lazy. How many damn times have you complained? He's a bookkeeper. Putting commas in the right place is very important. Don't worry, I'll help get him a new job.
You're not firing my husband.
Are you dictating who I can fire?
Yes. Discussion's over. Now, give me a check for the proper amount. Mr. Mayor.
May I help you?
Hello.
And hello again. I don't remember you checking in.
I can afford such splendidness. I'm here about the gardening job.
By standing behind the trees?
It's a gardening job, isn't it?
True. Very true. I'm sure you're a fine gardener, but we prefer to hire Jews.
I understand. My mother was Jewish. My father was Irish. You know the Irish, he never let me learn it. he never let me learn anything about Jewishness because we killed Christ. So he also beat my mother. Probably because she was, she wanted me to be, get snipped.
That's very moving, but still, Mr.
John Kelly. I prefer both names. I work hard. I need the job. I support my mother from the beatings. I don't drink anything. I won't touch your food and spoil it. I even get snipped. If you want. Please, don't Jews always talk about helping out the little guy. I'm a little guy.
Do you know about gardening?
Hey, Irish green. I like working with my hands.
Angry mobs of Negroes looted downtown Monticello last night after police dropped all charges against the 2 young white men falsely accused of attacking Negro janitor Red Harrison.
All you gotta do is hold him and kiss him and squeeze him and love him. Just do it, and after you do, you will be his. My nipples are blushing. It helps when you book me into a real gig. So, how'd you do it?
The usual way. You should work in some Edie Gourmet or Connie Francis covers.
Ugh, boring. I wrote a new song.
Neat. Go ahead.
Here?
I can't get an orchestra on such short notice.
I share blood with the devil's son. I share blood with the dark prince. I share blood with an evil man. Help me if you can. I share blood.
Okay. What did I just hear? Because that's not music.
Because you can't recognize genius.
Maybe that's what the voices in your head say, but to the rest of the world, it's shit.
Why don't I play it for the waiter you like and see what he says?
What waiter?
The one whose penis you stared at?
You're really crazy. Crazy!
You're queer.
No, I'm not!
Oh, come on. I'm surprised you don't float away like Tinkerbell.
Then why does everyone think that you're my girlfriend?
Because they know we're fake. Otherwise, your parents would want you going out with someone normal. But for a fairy, I'm okay.
Stop saying that.
Admit it. You'll feel better. Trust me, I've taken a lot of therapy. I'm a homosexual.
Stop it! Stop!
Fairy, fairy, fairy. Fairy, fairy, fairy. Fairy, fairy, fairy.
Stop complaining. You have a good job.
Like you'd say anything else.
Larry, would you like to explain that emotion?
Not really.
Dr. Klein asked you a question.
You usually answer for me. Why stop now?
Karen, do you feel Larry has a valid point for his feelings?
No, he works for my father, who pays him more than any other bookkeeper.
Thank you, Master Kenneth.
That's right. Ask Larry about his other successes.
Perhaps the two of you could engage in direct conversation.
Willie Evans was grooming me, and he loved my designs.
So much that he paid you like shit.
Which couldn't keep you in style.
It wouldn't keep a bum in style.
You call me a bum?
I don't think she said that.
Until my father, you never held a job for longer than a year, and now you're blowing it again.
Who said Kenneth, right? The guy's always complaining, and you lap it up like, I don't know, with a kind of...
Do it! Try to put together one intelligent metaphor for a change.
They're thick as thieves.
Oh, very original.
Yeah, but an apt phrase.
Meaning?
Just what I said.
Larry, perhaps you could clarify.
Do you mind, Dr. Klein? Are you calling my father a thief?
Never mind.
You should say what you feel, Larry. That is why you're here.
Not if it's something she doesn't like.
Please, go ahead.
Let's just say St. Kenneth's fingernails need some cleaning.
And yours don't? Although for you, it's a very different part of your body.
At least mine aren't criminal.
How dare you?
Why do you think he's bitching at me? I found some irregularities in his books.
You didn't hear that.
Oh, there's no reason to worry. This is all confidential.
Nothing's confidential. Pay the doctor.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm sipping on some very fine whiskey. It does get chilly up here in the mountains at night.
You're supposed to be in Florida.
Well, yes, well, schedules do change. You see, somewhere between Monticello and Manhattan, my portfolio's reduced.
Was it now? Rolling die or getting rolled?
Whew. If we weren't such good friends, I'd take offense.
The answer's obvious. But what do you want, Wilson?
Well, since when are any of your questions obvious, Mr. Will? But yes, I could use a larger savings account.
By how much?
That tone is very accusatory. As if I enjoy being where the police are conducting manhunts for those nasty Negroes. Well, I barely escape with my life as it is.
How much?
See, I didn't think this would become such a cause célèbre. A great many gabbing Negroes are gabbing away about the righteous vengeance of the colored people. The justice has a big mouth, my old friend.
1,000. Then I want your ass gone for good.
Well, that is my plan. Now, some gabbing Negro might just drop a hint to the police about whose idea this was. And I'm sure they'd prefer arresting a high-profile businessman to some little fish like Wilson Chandler.
What the hell is going on, Eddie?
You know how the big guy likes to edit?
No, not with my column, he doesn't.
There's too much speculation.
I've got Marty Dent on the record.
Talking about unnamed NBA players pressured into not playing.
I'd burn them if their names came out.
I know. Who needs that? Let it go.
No. What if I get one name?
One name. 3 names. Who cares? It's a pickup game.
The story is NBA owners won't let players associate with guys who want to form a rival league, even for charity.
Write that and watch the paper lose press privileges.
Did that bastard Ned Irish threaten us?
No, because he never saw the story. Thank you, Eddie, is what you should be saying.
So this was your kill?
We got flack for your first story on Dent's ABA franchise.
The facts were there.
He played you. Happens to all of us. I patched it up with the brass.
I turned Dent down a second time. But this is different. Collusion between...
Collusion my ass. Don't push things, Ray. Now's not the time to make waves.
Am I on thin ice?
Me, you, anyone with crow's feet. We got too many papers in the city, and they don't need big salaries. Look at all the new kids they've hired, Ray. That's no accident.
Ah, the Lapidus Empire. A long way from that hole in the wall on West 38th Street.
I'd still be there if not for you, Edgar.
Well, I believed in you, Kenneth. Otherwise, I wouldn't have sent customers and suppliers, putting the reputation of Edgar's discount stores on the line.
I hope I still have that faith.
When you put on your eyes, Kenneth.
Are we going to play that I Spy with my little eyes crap?
Yes. When you put on your eyes, look down, what do you see?
I assume money's the wrong answer.
No, but disappointing. And did I mention breaking ground on a new library for my alma mater, Oregon State?
I kicked in 50 grand.
Did you now?
You old son of a bitch. You can tick off the amount of every check you've ever cashed.
Tell me about these rumors.
I'm only exploring the idea of a run. I'll need my friends.
Don't we always?
I'd like to count on you, Edgar.
Well, you've been a strong supporter of my community.
As you've been a supporter of mine.
Planting trees in Israel and buying textbooks used to be enough. Put your eyes back on.
Oh, for God's sakes.
And tell me the color you see.
Green, bright green.
White is another.
I was among the first department stores to integrate my sales force, Edgar.
Our tokens progress.
We can only go so fast.
Yes, and it's the speed that's perplexing, isn't it? And that isn't a criticism.
Sure sounds like it.
Well, what you hear is wistfulness, Kenneth. Once adding a few Negroes to your sales staff was sufficient. Now, who knows what's expected by these young Turks who won't stand in line? As if we haven't been trying. As if anyone handed us anything.
I'll do a lot more as mayor. You know that.
I do, my friend. I do. But I'm not your worry. And you're not mine.
We'll handle them like we always have. Can I have your support?
Where's that juicy steak you promised? All these sales girls have given me an appetite.
Hon, they made a mistake on our electricity bill.
Paid us up. Also the gas.
Where'd the money come from?
From my job. Where else?
We were behind 3 months. Who'd you work for? Zsa Zsa Gabor?
What's it matter? Money's money.
It depends on how you're making it. I smell a horse, Marty.
From schlepping sulkies. I'm not gambling, Deb. I swear on Aaron.
Good, now I die before lunch.
Only if I'm lying, which I'm not.
Aaron, will you leave?
Sure, the lightning bolt can find me easier outside.
I know when you're snowing me, Marty, so don't bother.
I'm not.
Don't.
Okay.
I friggin' knew it.
One race. On my mother.
Where'd you get the money to bet?
Jerry lent me.
That fat bastard should know better.
Hey. He's my friend.
A great friend. I am not going through this shit again.
All right.
So don't all right me, Marty. I won't start hiding my goddamn wallet under the pillow. Got it?
Got it.
What?
Got it.
Looky here. It's our very own Goldwater girl, Seek Heil.
Hi, I'm Barry Goldwater. Thanks for helping out.
I'm honored, sir. Truly honored.
Wait until I win before you get too carried away.
Senator, I'd like to make a suggestion about today's speech.
Ah, you would?
Monticello has been hit with Negro protests for 3 weeks. It's a mess. 8 people have died. For you not to mention what's been happening would be a big missed opportunity.
You think so, huh?
You should weigh in about the need for law and order. Otherwise, it'll sound like you don't know where you are. By talking about dairy farms in Sullivan County?
Sometimes I don't know where the hell I am with this traveling. I wish I'd known about this.
You did, sir. I mean, your office did. I sent a memo last week.
Thank God for diligent secretaries, Miss...
Dent. I'm your local press secretary.
Are you now? Good for you, Deb Dent. Someone around here better start rewriting my speech.
Actually, I drafted something. It's very much a first draft, but maybe there's something you can use?
She's a witch.
I don't think so, Audrey.
I know so. My first husband was from Naples. He put the same curse on the mailman who he accused of stealing his Playboy magazines. The poor man never finished his last delivery.
I'll tell Mrs. Dent not to unleash any more spells this summer.
Don't patronize me, Edna Morton. I've been coming here for 16 years, back in the day when your father ran things right.
Then you know better than to use a Hitler salute in a place like this.
Just one summer. I wish she'd go to another bungalow colony.
Who else would put up with her? And where are you off to?
For a walk. I'm just trying to do something.
Then trim our hedges.
I'm injured, darling.
Attention! Ruby the Knish Man will be at the main house at 3. Potato and kasha today. First come, first serve.
What are you up to, Bungalow 12?
Waiting for God's wrath.
Aren't we all, kid? Aren't we all? How's the agent business?
Good. Lori's at Carson's Cafe another week. If I let her live that long.
How'd you get that gig?
Magic.
The helps from the owner likes Negro strippers. You just can't help lying.
I can sometimes.
By taking Mr. Will's help, you sanction what he did. Violence begets violence, and no one's innocent, Aaron.
I gotta make a living.
Who do we have this weekend at the nightclub?
Milt Schumann. He's big, really big.
For what reason?
Talking birds.
Say that again?
They sing, too.
Big. Your friend get that?
No. That was all me.
Oh, so you're letting Mr. Wilt do his magic to advance your career, and the hell with Edna.
I can't win.
No one ever does. The trick is not losing. Get dressed. Thank you for seeing us.
My pleasure.
Yeah, well, enough of that. I know you're helping the boy. Don't give him a look. I twisted it out of him. The child has little sense of right and wrong. And even if I tried, he wouldn't listen. Would you?
Aaron, may I get you another bag of potato chips?
I am serious, Hamilton.
All right, Caleb, be serious.
If you help Aaron, you also have to help Edna.
A loan of 25 grand wasn't enough?
Not anymore.
And if I refuse this gracious offer, then what?
Then I can't let you book gigs for Lori.
Oh, goodness. How will I ever get through the day?
You won't, because you like helping.
Whose idea was this, my little Caucasian friend? Answer the question.
You know what? I can do this on my own. I don't need you guys.
That's so.
Yeah, that's so. I don't have to be humiliated.
Oh, yes, you do.
Aaron, do you recall our little conversation about currency? If, and circle that word, if I decide to do this, it's not for Miss Morton or Mr. Harrison.
Meaning you owe Mr. Wilt.
And you owe me.
Yes, I will.
And Mr. Harrison will owe me once again. Assuming I agree. For now, I have 2 girls to break in. The rigors of capitalism.
The busing schedule will be released by mid-August, hopefully.
What about our children's safety? Who makes sure our children are protected?
The safety protocols, Minister. There will be police at all the schools.
Police? Since when do the police protect us?
We're hoping there's no reason for violence.
You hope a great deal, Mrs. Bass. Hoping our children are welcome. Hoping they're safe. What if they're not? What's the plan of your New York City Department of Education to ensure white mobs don't attack our babies?
What do you suggest, Minister? Armed Negroes guarding the buses?
If necessary. What do you think the white folks are planning? I've heard reports of weapons caches.
See, we don't need that.
You mean reality?
No, hysteria. Nearly 1 million children will be uprooted, and there will be a few problems. That's inevitable.
Getting our skulls cracked is always inevitable and acceptable to the uncle or Auntie Toms.
What did you just call me?
Through lackeys like her, the slave owners lull us into a sense of false security. Then when the violence hits, whose fault will it be? Ours. Who will pay? We will. No, not this time. Not anymore.
Calling me an Auntie Tom?
That happens when you invite community agitators.
I didn't invite him.
No, you just plastered the neighborhood with leaflets.
I mishandled everything, didn't I?
No, Ty. You simply underestimated the fear.
How? When I see that every day on the faces of my students. The fear of failure, the fear of not knowing how to succeed. How did I miss that, Jules? How?
You're wearing too many hats. Teacher, parent, good Negro. They reason to think you're a little bit of a Tom. Sorry, Ty.
No, you're right. Then what? Do I calm folks down when I know they have reason to worry, or stoke the fires and make it worse?
And when I deliver my sermon at the Monticello basketball game, do I preach forgiveness or rail at the injustice?
How come they never struggle like that?
Because it's not their fight, just their rules.
You okay?
Sure. Just swell. Join the party. Schaefer sponsored the Dodgers, and we're still loyal. The taste might be beneath you.
You think I'm slumming coming up here?
Yeah. Aren't you?
A little. But things aren't always simple.
Sometimes they are. I got canned today.
I'm so sorry, Deb. Why?
For letting an opinion pop out of my big mouth.
What did you say?
I contradicted one of the boys in the office. Well, they're all boys, except Deb. Well, now they're all boys again, except the girl who answers the phone. She knows better. Clearly, I don't.
Expressing your opinion is knowing better.
There's only freedom of speech if you have a brajol between your legs.
You're very smart. You'll land another job.
You want cream and sugar in your coffee, sir? How many women like me does your dad hire?
Not a lot, frankly.
Do you?
Do I what?
Express your opinion to your father.
Sometimes.
Does he listen?
When it suits him. Kenneth can't quite fire his daughter, though he has tried. You know, I know a lot of politicians, if you want me to make some calls.
Oh, thanks, but they're not my crowd.
Those who raise up the less fortunate aren't your crowd?
No, I'm more for the less fortunate helping themselves. Thanks again. Just keep helping Marty.
He's not always open to suggestions.
Oh, really? Stubborn as a mule. I love him madly, but... Oh, maybe you'll have better luck keeping him out of trouble. I've tried. Boy, oh fucking boy, I've tried. Shit. That went down fast.
I've got really expensive scotch.
I bet you do.
Thanks, it's smooth.
That's silk. My father only buys the best.
You stole this?
Of course. I steal money too. What? It all comes from my grandfather, who's an asshole, so what does it matter?
Have you ever been caught?
I'm too smart. Once I hid under their bed when my father came in to screw our neighbor. Oh, this woman sounded like my mother when she came.
Hey!
You should have seen my face. I hope I don't sound like that. Oh, maybe all women do. What do you think?
I have no idea.
You've never listened to your parents screw?
No, never.
Your loss. Put the tie on. Put the tie on. Put it on! Hasn't your father ever shown you how to make a tie?
He's not that kind of father.
Well, neither is mine, and he has a zillion ties. Okay, so just sweep it around. Sweep it around. Good. Okay. Now up, over, and you gotta pull it. Good. Close. But good. Okay, you can wear that when we book me in the Greenwich Village Club. You'll like it there.
I thought you were dead.
Well, I'm not. I'm obviously alive.
I thought losers had short lifespans. Loser John Kelly. What fun you gave me in high school.
You're welcome. Maybe there's some more fun coming, Fred. I need some, stuff.
Stuff?
Stuff. Your stuff. The good stuff that goes kaboom. I can pay.
Why come to me?
Why? Because you're the big guy for the dynamite. Ah!
lot of feds around since the fucking Klan killed those 2 kikes and a nigger, freedom workers in Mississippi. We had an informer in Hudson Valley last week.
Not a fucking informer!
That's what the informer in Hudson Valley said before he lost a hand. Sorry, my old buddy. Just making sure you're not wearing a wire. Nope, no sparks. Duncan, one more. Good old Monticello High.
I'm clean.
Now you are. So, Loser John, what do you want with explosives?
Remember the ABL tried the 3-point shot? The ABA's bringing that back. Talk about excitement, right? I mean, you would have scored 50 a night behind the arc.
The ABL didn't last that long.
You think the NBA will crush us too?
Oh no, hey, I didn't mean that.
No sweat. I hear that all the time. Gary Davidson, you'll never survive. The NBA has all the arenas, TV, radio, connections, money. That's why we need owners with imagination and balls. Like taking on Ned Irish. We like standing up to the man.
He said I can't have Bob Cousy. I got Connie Hawkins to the Harlem Globetrotters.
There you go.
He says I can't have Oscar Robertson. I got the great Roger Brown of Wingate High.
That's right.
He says no to Wilt the Stilt. I get All-American Dougie Mo.
Far out, Marty. That's what I want to hear, man. You got it. I can't guarantee anything. There's a lot of big money guys waving wads of cash, but...
Hey, I hear you. When do we need the first deposit?
Okay, now, we need the whole 50,000. We have to demonstrate financial viability to show credibility. Isn't a problem, is it?
Nah, not at all.
All right, groovy, Marty. Once we have your check, we start the vetting process next month. Hey, is that Frank Gifford?
Sure. You want to meet him?
I'd love to.
What's the driver playing with his pecker down the stretch? Shit! Who do we like in the fifth?
We haven't picked one yet.
Yes, we did! Shady Lady. Or was it Golden Girl? Give me that sheet.
Marty, maybe you should call it a day.
You kidding? I'm down $7,000.
That's why. You don't got the halo.
Who are you, baby Jesus? I lost the last race by only half a length.
Making it 4 straight out of the money.
Look, he can count. Yeah. Golden Girl in the fifth. Yep, she's the one. Ride me high, Golden Girl.
Blow everything.
It's mine to blow.
No, Marty, it's Sal's.
Which he gave to me.
To invest, not to gamble. Like, give me your wallet.
No way.
I said, give me your wallet.
Come and take it. Come on. Come and take my wallet.
What the fuck, Marty?
Get out of here.
What?
You heard me. Leave. You're bad luck. Always have been. I'd be a millionaire if it wasn't for you.
How can you say that? Even when your holy Julian turned his back, I always stuck by you.
Yeah, like a leech.
Fuck you, Marty. Fuck you.